Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Kyle Henderson of BamaInsider.com coming to you from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Today, I'm going to provide you with 5 statistical facts that we learned from Week 1 against Utah State, and then I'm going to provide you with 5 takeaways from my own personal opinion after watching the game. Let's start with the statistical outlook first. Be sure and hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. We appreciate you, fam, more than you know. The shutout victory marked the first time in 34 years that Alabama has opened the season without allowing a point to its opponent, defeated Temple 37-0 back on September 10th of 1988. The Crimson Tide scored on its first 9 offensive drives of the contest en route to the shutout victory. Bryce Young matched his career high with 5 touchdown passes, the 4th time across his 25-game career for the Crimson Tide that he has achieved that feat. This was incredible. Last night, the Tide signal caller also secured a career-best 100 yards of rushing off just 5 carries. What do you think of Bryce Young's ability to run? We knew that it was going to be there. He didn't even have to do it last year. Last night, kind of doing even the Euro step. He was celebrating. Good to see Bryce Young take off and do his thing with the football. The Alabama defense, loved what the defense did last night, limited Utah State to only 7 first downs, the fewest allowed in a game since holding Mississippi State to 6 on November 10th of 2018. More defensive numbers. Alabama held Utah State to 136 yards of total offense, including 57 yards passing and 79 yards rushing. The first and only punt of the game was late in the third quarter when the kick was blocked. Nick Saban said it was a snafu. The total attendance of the game, 98,321. Now let's talk about 5 takeaways from the game. Let's start with the defensive side of the football. I think we have to give credit to this Alabama defense coming in. There's a lot of smoke. There's a lot of hype about this defense. And what do? They shut out the first opponent of this season 55-0. I want to talk about Jaylen Moody, the inside linebacker, made his first start after 55 games of playing at Alabama, actually led the team in tackles with 6 total tackles last night. He actually had 1 quarterback hurry. I think when you look to the inside linebacker play, clearly it's very early to assess any of the overall defense, but I think from the first 4 quarters, the defense played lights out. A lot of guys got to contribute. Coach Saban said after the game he would have liked more guys to contribute. But for an opening game, I thought the inside linebackers did a really good job. Jaylen Moody, Henry Toto. Toto had 3 tackles. Jaylen Moody had 6, leading the team. Let's stay on the defensive side and talk about William the Terminator Anderson. He might be one of the best defensive players ever at Alabama. I know it's early. There's been several greats that have played here. But what William Anderson is for Alabama, he is their defense. I think they completely ride off his overall personality, the mentality that he brings. He has the quickest first step, his ability to get to the backfield, how he can get to the quarterback, assess the run. Really, it's truly amazing. I think he's flat out the best player in college football. If you're looking at the Heisman odds, whatever the rat poison you want to go to, it doesn't even matter. He's going to be the first pick in the NFL draft. He is that talented. Let's talk about the Alabama wide receivers. New names coming in. I thought Bryce Young did a fantastic job distributing the football last night. How about the play of Kobe Prentice? Kobe Prentice, just a freshman. Freshmen don't play at Alabama. No. They do, and they contribute. Kobe Prentice targeted 6 times, had 5 receptions, 60 yards. His yak yardage, 53. Longest was 25 yards. I really liked last night how Alabama offensive coordinator Bill O'Brien was creative in using Kobe Prentice in that speed that he has. Kobe Prentice clearly ready to contribute at this level as just a freshman, which is incredible considering he's in high school last year. How about the play of Traeshon Holden? Holden is that guy. He has a lot of momentum. You can just see it exuding from him, right? Targeted 7 times, 5 receptions, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns, yak yardage of 13. Let's talk about Jermaine Burton. Targeted 8 times, most on the team last night, 5 receptions, 35 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Actually scored the first touchdown for the Alabama Crimson Tide. How did Alabama utilize their running backs within their running game? Well, Jace McClellan, he was targeted 2 times, 25 yards, and he looked very good last night. I really liked what he looked like. And then did you by chance get to see later in the game, I hope you were paying attention, because Isaiah Bond caught a pass. It was like a screen. And my goodness, did he look like he had some wheels. So good to see these young guns getting into the game. And overall, I thought the wide receivers did a great job. Let's touch on Bryce Young real quick. 18 of 28, 195 yards, 5 touchdowns, had 6 touchdowns overall for the game. Talk about the running game led by Bryce Young. 5 carries, 107 yards. He was basically jogging out there. Jahmyr Gibbs, 93 yards off 9 carries. Didn't really have to go too much, but his average was 10.3. Was outdone clearly by Bryce Young, who had an average of 20.0. Okay, let's talk about the backup quarterbacks who were able to get some opportunities last night. What did you think about Jalen Milroe and Ty Simpson? I want to hear from you inside the comment box. Jalen Milroe, 8 of 10 with an interception, 76 yards. Ty Simpson, 1 of 2 with 10 yards. I want to hear from you inside the comment box. Okay, overall, what did you think about this first game against Utah State? Give me some of your assessments inside the comment box. Do you want to see more of a particular player? What do you think about the linebackers, the defense, whatever? I want to hear from you inside the comment box. Alabama will now head to Austin, Texas to take on the Texas Longhorns. Believe that College Game Day is going to be there. On a final note, Blake Anderson, the head football coach at Utah State, said that this Alabama team is the best team that he's seen in 30 years of coaching. Is that rat poison or is that the truth? Alabama coming with it. And then I also loved the intensity from Coach Saban last night, talking about the depth chart. Doesn't matter. I've talked about this before. Alabama can go more than 11 deep on each side of the football. There's like 19 starters on each side of the ball. He was pissed off about the depth chart and in midseason form, no doubt. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe, fam. We appreciate you guys more than you know. 76,000 subscribers right here on Bama Insider. Check out any of these related videos, and we'll catch you soon right here on Bama Insider. From Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Kyle Henderson.
Khalid Durant started the game at corner, and then you rotated Eli and as well as Kyrie Jackson. What led the decision to rotate those guys pretty early?
What would lead you to that I ever said anything that I wouldn't do it? What leads you to believe that? I told you we had competition at corner. So what did I ever say to lead you to believe that they all wouldn't play in a game?
Just curious why you guys decided.
Well, I'm curious too why you would think that you were surprised that they all played in a game, because I never said that they wouldn't all play in a game. I said there's a lot of competition at corner. I don't know who our best corners are, so we're going to play, so we played them all in a game to see who play the best. So I'm just curious to know why you would be surprised by that. I'm curious. You're curious. I'm curious. We're all curious.